Guys, what's going on? It's Media Guy Doug. It is springtime here in Mansfield, Ohio, and we are loving it. It's gorgeous out here. I'm in short sleeves and I'm comfortable, but that's not what you care about. Today, you're here to watch me compare the CS2 to the CS3 in a little quickie video called Why Should You Upgrade? So, without any further ado, that's the intro. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, and when you're done watching, make sure you check out the used gear page to pick up either one of these bad boys and more. All right, guys, we know the CS series of guns has always been AK-47s. They never have problems. Nothing ever happens to them unless you're Owen and you don't clean your eyes, Owen. But unless you're Owen, I mean, honestly, there's nothing wrong with these. I can't make an argument as to either one of them being a bad gun. Kind of a tough argument as to why you would upgrade from a CS2. But there's reasons. So first, let's shoot them. All right, guys, first up, we have this CS2. This is a special edition one. I'll drop somewhere on the screen here. Maybe I'll put it on the loader, what it is specifically, since it's like super nice and fancy, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But let's get some chrono going here, shall we? All right, let's see. Can y'all see? Good enough, you can see. 94, 99, 95, 92. It's up there. She's cooking. Let's get shooting, shall we? I mean, for one, it's just super consistent shot. I mean, it feels really good. Definitely feels nice to shoot, very consistent, very just like really rock solid. I do like that, but I wonder how it feels right next to the CS3. All right, guys, CS3, gorgeous, silver and purple. Let's see how she's cooking. Bring her in here. Alrighty. 304, 301, 92, 99. So they're both really, really cooking here, but how do they feel to shoot? Not sure. Let's see. Let me back it up for you guys so you can see it here. Interesting. This might be a little tough for the viewers to get a look at, but I'll at least do it here so you guys can see me doing it. Interesting. All right, let's talk about it. All right, both markers are off. We're good to chit chat here. All right, so what did I feel difference-wise? Well, for one, the CS3 ergonomically, I think just kind of fits my hands better. If you notice, the grip is more vertical as opposed to here. It's a little bit more aggressive, a little more angled forward. It doesn't feel bad by any means, but I can get my fingers around this one a bit more, a little bit more of a sure hand. Another major advantage to the CS3 over the CS2, it is more efficient. It is a slightly different bolt, slightly different core. Does look very similar to the Gamma core, but the OP core is just a little bit different. And those changes that they did make actually made the marker much more efficient. They also extended the trigger shoe on here, so you can do a little bit more, just kind of goes further down. Really what they did was by extending the shoe, they also brought the trigger like kind of length in total down a little bit. The trigger guard is going to be bigger. So you got more room to play with in there, and I can actually very much feel that when holding them side by side. In fact, actually, if you look, I'm holding them about the same. Left hand, there is a gap here between the guard and my ring finger. Right hand, and I'm not moving, it is smack up against it. So pretty noticeably different in the trigger guard. Really makes it very comfortable for rolling the trigger, holding the gun very securely. Really like that. They did also mess with the grips a little bit, guys. So these are just kind of like seated in there better on the back here. The CS3 is just a lot more attention to detail with this. I also talked to Cody about it before coming over to do this video. He advised me to remind you guys that the board system on the CS3, while it will still function like a Planet Eclipse board that you know and love, it's still the same, scrolling through the same really detailed settings that we all love. The CS3 actually has two separate, much smaller boards that are just connected within the grip versus one very large board, which in my opinion just reduces some of the risk. If something would go wrong, you're replacing a much smaller part, cost less, as opposed to an entire board setup. I think it's just a little bit more intuitive in that way. I think it's a good fail-safe, if nothing else. But I don't know. The shot on this just feels a bit smoother, a little bit nicer. I do realize from shooting them side by side, I think this was slightly louder, a little bit louder. And I mean, the barrel tips, the porting is really not any different in my opinion. Got the shaft versus the S63. The porting is similar enough. I don't think that's really making the difference there. It's a little louder, I'll give it that, but I don't know, I just kind of like how it shot. I like the ergonomics on it a bit better. It feels nice in the hands. I also really like that I'm gonna get more shots out of it. Personally, I think the CS3 is worth the upgrade if you're going to be in the market for a new marker. There was nothing wrong with the CS2. You made a good choice by investing in it in the first place, but I mean, come on. Plus, I like having more trigger to play with personally, and you get all the same good electronic features, not to mention there is now a blinking LED feature as well to let you know that your marker is on and functioning, let you know if your eyes are seeing paint or not. And if you think about it, they kind of brought that over from some of their lower priced markers where that was the only indication you had was a little light. Now you have both the screen and the light. So so in my opinion, it's kind of a built-in fail-safe, a redundancy, if you will. So CS3, super solid marker, guys. I think worth the upgrade. Find them at Punisher's Paintball. There is a link in the description to the used marker page where you can find both of these bad boys and way more cool stuff. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.